Good morning, dear students. Let's start our class now. Yesterday we were solving questions up to 7 from exercise number 4D. Today let us begin question number 8 for the same exercise. All of you open your textbook and open your notebook and copy the answers. Question number 8 from exercise number 4D is if x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7 and x is not equal to 0, find the value of 7h cube plus 8x minus 7 by h cube minus 8 by x. Once more, all of you read the question properly. It is given in the question x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7. And we are asked to find the value of 7h cube plus 8x minus 7 upon h cube minus 8 by x. And solution. Question is 7h cube plus 8x minus 7 by x cube minus 8 by x. I rewrite this question once more. 7h cube minus 7 by h cube plus 8x minus 8 by x. Very carefully look at the board. These two terms are written together. These two terms. 7h cube and minus 7 by h cube. 7h cube minus 7 by h cube plus 8x minus 8 by x. These two terms are written together. Then out of from this first two terms, you can see 7 is common factor. 7 is common factor. Let us take 7 common factor from first two terms. So after taking 7 common factor, we get 7 into h cube minus 1 by h cube. Look at the word very carefully. 7 is taken common factor from both the terms, from both these two terms. After taking 7 into h cube minus 1 upon h cube. Likewise, let us take 8 common factor from next two terms. 8 is common factor from next two terms. Plus 8 into x minus 1 by x. Now after taking 7 here common factor and 8 from these two terms common factor, it is now clear to you. Here it is h cube minus 1 by h cube and here it is x minus 1 by x. If you know the value of x minus 1 by x and h cube minus 1 by h cube, we can substitute the values here and simplify to get the required answer. So first of all, we have to find out the values of x minus 1 by x and h cube minus 1 by x. To find these values of these two parts, we can use x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7. Using this x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7, let's find out both values. How? Let's look. You know the identity x minus 1 by x whole square is equal to x square plus 1 by x square minus 2. After writing the identity, substitute the values. What is x square plus 1 by x square? Look at the board. It is equal to 7. So 7 is substituted at this place. X square plus 1 by x square is equal to 7 minus 2 is equal to plus 5. And we need x minus 1 by x. And here it is x minus 1 by x whole square. So therefore x minus 1 by x is equal to plus or minus root of Now we go, the value of x minus 1 by x is equal to plus or minus root 5. Root 5. Now we have to find out the value of h cube minus 1 by h cube. If we get these two values, then only we can substitute and simplify. So we first wrote the same question in this form, and after taking common factor we are getting these, and first of all we found out the value of x minus 1 by x. Then we are going to find out h cube minus 1 by h. And for that also you know the identity. You know the identity. I write here. You know the identity. H cube minus 1 by h cube is equal to x minus 1 by x whole cube plus 3 into x minus 1 by x. After writing the identity, look at the board. We substitute the values. X minus 1 by x whole cube. Value of x minus 1 by x is plus or minus 5. So it becomes plus or minus root 5. Root 5 all cube. This all cube plus 3 into plus or minus root 5. You know, this is equal to plus or minus root 5 into root 5 into root 5. When you multiply root 5 3 times, root 5 into root 5 into root 5. 5 root 5. It becomes 5 root 5 plus or minus 5 root 5. And here we get plus or minus 3 root 5. Plus or minus 3 root 5. Now after adding both, we are getting 5 plus 3, 8 plus or minus 8 root 5. Plus or minus 8 root 5. Now we have the values of x minus 1 by x, that is equal to plus or minus root 5, and the value of x cube minus 1 by x cube, that is equal to plus or minus 8 root 5. Look at the board, how you got 8 root 5. This plus 5 in 5 and this. When you take plus numbers, positive numbers, plus 5, plus 3, plus 8. When you consider negative numbers, minus root 5 root 5 and minus 3 root 5. In both ways you are getting plus or minus 8 root 5. Now let us substitute these two values. This value, that is value of h cube minus 1 by h cube, and the value of x minus 1 by h cube. Let us substitute it here. So let's substitute it here. After substituting the values here, 7 into plus or minus 8 root 5 plus 8 into plus or minus root 5. So this becomes 56 plus or minus 56 root 5 plus or minus 8 root 5. After adding both, you are getting 6 plus or minus 64 root 5. 64 root 5. This is the required answer. 60 plus or minus 64 root 5. Now let's go to next question, that is question number 9. Question 9. If x is equal to 1 upon, if x is equal to 1 by x minus 5, where x is not equal to 5, x is not equal to 5, which is not equal to 5, and find x square minus 1 by x square. Find x square minus 1 by x square. This is our question. Now let's start from here. It is given x is equal to 1 by x minus 5. This is solution. Let's cross multiply. After cross multiply, we get x into x minus 5 is equal to 1. We get this after cross multiply. Now let's remove the bracket. X into x, x square, x into minus 5, minus 5x is equal to 1. Now we need the value of x square minus 1 by x square. So let's divide each of these three terms by x. X square by x, this minus 5x by x, and this 1 by x, that is x square by x minus 5x by x is equal to 1 by x. Dividing each term by x. In the previous exercise, we have solved a question of this type: x square by x minus 5x by x is equal to 1 upon x. Now x square by x is x. This becomes 5 is equal to 1 by x. Now let's bring this 1 by x to LHS. We get x minus 1 by x is equal to plus 5. Look at the board. We bring this 1 by x to LHS and we take this minus 5 to RHS. It becomes positive. And this plus 1 by x, when it is brought to LHS, it becomes negative 1 by x. So we are getting here the value x minus 1 by x is equal to 5. This is not our answer. Our question is find x square minus 1 by x square. X square minus 1 by x square. Now we know it is in the form a square minus b square. What is a square minus b square identity? A square minus b square is this. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Or the same can be a square minus 1 by a square is equal to a plus 1 by a into a minus 1 by a. This is our identity. So using this identity, a square minus 1 by a square equal to a plus 1 by a into a minus 1 by a. We can write this x square minus 1 by x square. X square minus 1 by x square is equal to x plus 1 by x into x minus 1 by x. That is, the same question can be written as x square minus 1 by x square equal to x plus 1 by x into x minus 1 by x. Now we need these two values. Then only we can find the value of x square minus 1 by x square. Now we got x minus 1 by x. X minus 1 by x. Now we got plus 5. Plus 5. Now let's find out x plus 1 by x. X plus 1 by x. For that also we have identity x plus 1 by x. We have the identity x plus 1 by x whole square minus x minus 1 by x whole square is equal to 4. Now let's substitute this value. X minus 1 by x is equal to 5. Let's substitute 5 here. X plus 1 by x whole square minus 5 square is equal to 4. Now x plus 1 by x whole square is equal to 4 plus 25. This is minus 5. Minus 5 whole square is this 5 square is 25. When it is taken to RSS, it becomes positive. After adding, we are getting 29. Now, x plus 1 by x is equal to plus or minus root 29. Root 29. Now let us substitute these two values. Values of x plus 1 by x and value of x minus 1 by x in this part. Okay. That is x square minus 1 by x square is equal to x plus 1 by x into x minus 1 by x. After substituting these values, we have x plus 1 by x plus or minus root 29 into x minus 1 by x is 5. So this becomes plus or minus 5 root 29 is the answer of this question. Dear students, let us conclude today. We will continue tomorrow.